Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Bank of the Philippine Islands. Do more with BPI. Mabuhay teammates, ito ang Basketball Universe at ako si Bill Velasco. Ang bahaging ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Smart Sports.
At ngayon, kinatutuwa ko na makakausap ang isang malapit nating kaibigan na nasa Singapore, si Ginoong Boon Tan. Boon, how are you, my friend?
I'm very well, Bill. Good to see you.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, look at your background. Give me your address. I'm going to rob you. Well, your background is in, you're an accountant basically, and that's your business, and that's your job. Why? How did you get started into collecting Air Jordans of all things?
Good question. I often ask myself that question, but like a lot of my good friends in the Philippines, I'm a basketball fanatic. So growing up, I was always playing basketball as often as I could, and obviously Michael Jordan was the pinnacle of the basketball player that I wanted to emulate when I was growing up. So naturally, his shoes became a desirable item for me. 20 plus years, I now don't play that much basketball, but I do have disposable income, and I still have a passion for the sport.
Amazing. And I understand that your mother also played for Singapore back in the day.
She did. So it is in my DNA. My mum represented what was Singapore State back in 1950s when she was a high schooler here in Singapore. But unfortunately, the basketball skill side of the DNA didn't pass through to me. I'm much better. I did a lot of, whilst I played, I did a lot of administrative work back in Australia and even today in regards to, putting together, organising competitions and organising basketball tours around the world.
What was the very first Air Jordan pair that you acquired?
Yeah, the first pair of Jordans was the Jordan 4 Fire Red.
Oh, okay.
I was still in Australia.
Yeah.
I was still in Australia. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is.
Wow.
So this was the first pair of Jordans that I ever bought. And really it was only when I moved to Singapore at the start of 2016 from Sydney that I really started getting into overdrive in regards to this collection.
Right. I mean, how do you go about it? I mean, where do you find Air Jordans? Of course, they're sold in the stores, but still, with the size of your collection, you must have some that are very hard to find. How do you go about it?
Meeting some people who are fellow obsessive sneakerheads like me. And it's quite funny. I'll mention to friends that I've got dealers now in Malaysia, the UK, and the USA. And when I say dealers, these are, I guess, people that are intermediaries between sellers and buyers.
Okay.
So I've been fortunate enough to make some very interesting connections online, social media, in person. I do travel a lot for work, and when I get the chance to have a bit of downtime, I do go and look for a sneaker shop. So there are, so through these channels, I've started asking and putting together wish lists. But what happened today is generally, they would say, hey, I've got this pair of shoe, and it's a University of North Carolina player exclusive.
Wow.
It's in your size. Are you interested? And the answer is always, how much? Or, well, actually, no. The answer is firstly, yeah, absolutely, I want it. And then it's, oh, hang on, how much is it? That's normally the order of the discussion.
Okay. And how many pairs do you have as of today?
All right. So as of today, and these are These are all Jordans, and they're all retro Jordans from Jordan 1 through to 13. The current count, Bill, is 262.
Oh, wait a minute. Last time we spoke, you barely had 200. You've been on a spree.
Yes, I have been. I have been on a spree, indeed.
And do you actually wear them?
I do. So
Wow.
unlike a lot of other people,
Yeah.
I basically rotate my shoes. So I wear a different pair every day. As you can see, I'm in a corporate attire. I will wear Jordans with my suit, without question, without any hesitation. I tell you, it certainly gets people looking at you, getting you noticed.
That's cool.
Right? People do. I've been stopped on the street a few times, and they've, oh wow, your shoes match your tie. Yep, that's deliberate. That's how I roll.
That's so cool. And then, what is the rarest Jordan you've acquired so far?
Probably the most recent rare pair I've acquired is a sample Travis Scott shoe, which was a sample ahead of the production for the White Party this year.
Oh wow!
So I was fortunate enough to get a pair, which was a sample pair, so not the final product, but effectively the same product. I managed to acquire that through one of my dealers.
Okay, so are you a completist? I mean, do you want them all, like all the Tinker Hatfields, all the whatever series it is?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm that's kind of the problem, because once I start, it's like, well, I don't really. Oh, I like this one. Oh, there's more in this set. Okay, let's see how I can acquire the full set, so to speak.
So we're talking all the colorways.
Most of the colorways. I think right now, size is storage is an issue for me right now, Bill.
I noticed.
So I've been very much focused on the rare sneakers at the moment. So not so much the retail releases, unless there are some. My favorite silhouette is the Jordan 3.
Yeah.
So inevitably, even if it's a retail release, if I like it because it's a Jordan 3, I will get it.
Oh.
But for the other shoes, I generally look for, player exclusives or family and friends, as opposed to just the retail model.
All right. Well, what's the rarest one that you have in your collection right now?
Ang bahaging ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Smart Sports.
Well, apart from that, Travis Scott, I've got a Jordan 5, which was commissioned by Mark Wahlberg for Transformers.
Wow.
So I've got a pair of those. Trying to think what else. I've got some Drake Jordan 8s, which were done for Kentucky University, UK. So things like that are what I focus on now.
I see. What's on your wish list? What are you looking for that's very hard to find?
At the moment, I'm trying to complete the PE collection, so the player exclusives for University of North Carolina, for Georgetown, some of the classic college basketball programs. Right, they're the ones that I'm trying to get all the player exclusives for.
All right. Do you actually bid on these things at auction?
I have. I've been successful at some. I think there was one bid. There was one pair of shoes which were a Jordan 3 fragment, family and friends, that was being bid online, and it ended up being me and another buyer that was going back and forth for about half an hour. I think I tapped out when it got to, I think, 25,000. I just said no, getting crazy. So I let him have it, so to speak.
What do your friends and family say about this obsession of yours?
Oh, they obviously think there's a screw loose in my head, but everyone needs a vice, right?
Yeah.
In a way, people have their vices. This is just my vice.
Yeah, you're not.
Right? This is how I unwind and enjoy myself.
What do you do to try to preserve them? Is that like a temperature controlled room, or how do you keep them from deteriorating?
Yeah, I tried. Well, wearing them helps.
Okay.
Surprisingly, so doing a rotation is useful. As you can tell, I'm in my home office.
Uh-huh.
This is air conditioned, dehumidifier going on full time. So they're small things like that is how I try to do my best to preserve. But over some of these sneakers do wear and tear over time. So I have fortunately lost a few. So for example, that fire red is not the original fire red that I bought, because the sole on that just disintegrated a few years back.
Let me see. Well, you travel a lot for work, Australia, the UK, even here in the Philippines. How many pairs do you pack, or do you prepare to buy when you travel?
I will pack generally 2 or 3 pairs.
Okay.
Okay, to rotate when I'm away, and then in terms of buying, I will always pack a duffel bag in my check-in that I can easily use, or I will go to Nike and buy another duffel bag, which I've done a few times.
How would they start off? What shoe would you recommend, and where's the best place to get them?
I think everyone's different.
Okay.
Everyone's got their own likes and taste. You can start a collection just at a retail level, right? Go to the Jordan store in BGC, which I go to quite a lot when I'm there.
Yeah, I know. And the NBA store.
I call it, the NBA store, aftermarket, those kinds of stores. So there's lots of places where you can get it. I mean, but you've got to work obviously within your financial constraints. There are obviously pairs on my wish list that I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to afford, but they're still on the wish list, right? So everyone's going to be different, and everyone's going to, need to work around what their own, I guess, interests and likes are. People, I only like Jordan 1 lows. I only like Jordan 1 highs.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
What are some of the most outrageous designs that maybe you just keep it and not really wear? I mean, like, is there like a bright orange one that's got rhinestones on it, or the one that lights up? What would be the strangest ones?
There's a few. There's a pair of Jordan 2s that have a light up on the tongue. That was a J Balvin special.
Wow.
I've got a pair of Jordan 1 which are basically half red, half blue and black. So there's a few. I generally don't go for the blingy, flashy, outrageous ones.
You might get mugged.
Maybe, but I'm more of a traditionalist. I'm more low key, so to speak.
More understated kind.
Correct. That's it.
All right.
That's it.
So how does it? Is it like an icebreaker, conversation starter when you go into meetings and you're wearing a rare Air Jordan?
Oh, absolutely, and even when I do calls, because I'm an international tax specialist. I'll do calls after hours, and this is where I do the call. So if you're meeting me for the first time, your reaction, Bill, when you saw my background, that's basically the icebreaker. And it's, yes, these are real. That's not a background. They're all Jordans. so inevitably for the first 5 minutes, it's wow, how many do you have? What's your favorite? Can you show me this one, kind of thing? Every now and then I'll have the prospect or the client, say, oh yeah, I've got these shoes, and then we'll start getting sidetracked and talk about sneakers for 10 minutes instead of the matter at hand. But yeah, it is absolutely an icebreaker.
All right. Well, what happens when you run out of space?
That's a very good question. I start getting creative in terms of how I store things, I guess, is the answer.
Okay.
And potentially I start looking to offload some of the more common pairs that I have, right? That I'm not totally attached to so much.
Okay, when is this going to end? Are you going to never stop collecting them?
Never ends, Bill. It's never going to end.
You don't have a target
It's
number? You don't have a target number?
365, a different shoe every day. There you go. Let's play with that.
And then some of those that you offload and then you get new ones, right?
Absolutely. That's the only reason to offload, to get new ones.
What's the enjoyment that you get from having these? Of course, some people say it's the pursuit, it's not the having them. But in your case, what's the joy that you get out of this?
It's the pursuit. It's the, as I said, it's part of my basketball DNA, and really, it's a bit of a, it's my way of flexing, right? Wearing a rare pair of shoes in public in a suit, making people go, "Hang on, you're wearing those? They're a lot of money." Well, they're shoes, right?
Yeah.
What else are they for?
Exactly. All right, great. Well, thank you so much for your time. This has been an eye-opener of a conversation, Boone. Thank you so much. I finally got to see your collection. Looking forward to seeing them in person when I go to Singapore.
Look forward to seeing you soon,
All right.
Bill.
Thank you
so
Boone.
much.
Take care. See you
too.
soon. Okay,
Bye-bye.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Bank of the Philippine Islands. Do more with BPI. At yan ang Basketball Universe para sa araw na ito. Subaybayan kami Lunes, Miyerkules at Biyernes sa YouTube at Facebook. Kaya like, share, subscribe at follow na rin. Nais naming pasalamatan ang aming mga sponsor. Bank of the Philippine Islands, Nickel Asia Corporation at Smart Sports. Laging tandaan, saan man kayo at ano man ang ginagawa ninyo, magkakampi tayo. Ako si Bill Velasco at ito ang Basketball Universe.